Jukebox, we are back. This is Song of the Week. I'm Joe Bundo.
I'm Max Demetz.
And this is Song of the Week. The Weeknd is back. And to commemorate that, we went back into his old discography, particularly House of Balloons. And that will be my Song of the Week, is House of the Balloons by The Weeknd. I chose the title track. I think it's amazing. I think it's ahead of its time. And it sounds like something that's recently come out. From Charlie XCX to Billie Eilish, it's a lot like this electronic. There's a synth bass that fades in and out, and it's just classic The Weeknd. It's about partying. It's about glass tables, you know? So it has a 1980 song, Happy House by Seos and the Banshees. And it has like an ironic, bleak tone to it because it has this vibe of being held captive and being held hostage by this party scene that you're just not going to be able to escape. And yeah, he said we'd throw these really bad parties and have girls over, and we'd try to make it celebratory, so we'd have balloons, and that kind of birthed the track.
I gave the song a listen recently, and I'm a big fan of it. I think that it has a really solid groove to it while also keeping its tempo a bit slower. I think that the distortion on the lyrics made it a little harder to understand it, but otherwise it's a classic.
Yeah, the production isn't nearly as good as like modern day Weeknd because this is his first album, but I don't think it's noticeable per se. And especially on like the back end of the track, there's a beat switch where the bass lowers and his vocals kind of become darker. Although they become more about the things that he likes the most, glass tables and the things that he does with them. And yeah, I think I like the way it sounds. I think it's an acquired taste at times, and it's harder to listen to than, again, modern Weeknd, but I think I like that about it.
For sure. For my Song of the Week, I chose Murder on the Dance Floor by Royal Otis. So this song is actually a cover. The original is by Sophie Ellis-Bextor and Greg Alexander. I think the song has a really solid groove to it. Anytime it comes on, it's just got such a punch to it, and I really like it the very ending when it kind of slows everything down for a minute and then punches right back to it with full energy. It's just clear that they really put their all into making it.
Yeah, I've been hearing this song for a while, being on the internet and with its like virality recently. And I was interested because it was a cover, but I kind of have some things that are like that vary between the two. And the main one is that the mix didn't stand out to me nearly as much. And while it is like a studio recording and it is a cover, I didn't feel like the vocals stood out as much because I did like listen back to the old one and compare them. And while I did like the song and I liked the mix, yeah, it just wasn't great. And that'll be it for Song of the Week.
Thank you, fellas, and thank you to that me espresso. It's time for some Sabrina Carpenter talk.
Wow.
Jolie, get us going. Let's talk about some short and sweet.
Why don't we talk about that intro? That was crazy.
It was copyrighted from last night's VMAs. We're gonna get a copyright block on this video.
No big deal. That was a great introduction to Chad.
Oh, brother.
First time on JayhawkJukebox.
Thank you,
give a
Jolie.
round of applause. Yay, I'm so excited.
Everyone, they can't see right behind us. There's just like thousands of people just
Everyone is
screaming right
oh
now.
my God, go Chad. They're literally.
Let's talk some Sabrina. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Perfect. So for those of you who are living under a rock, who don't know who Sabrina Carpenter is, let me give you a little bit of background information. So my girl is only 25 years old, and she is
Years young.
and she is breaking records. Let me tell you. But if you don't know her beginning, I feel like our generation really got to know her on Girl Meets World.
Oh yeah.
Did you watch that?
100%.
It's weird. I keep seeing her like on TikTok, like clips of that. And the comments are like, "Is that Sabrina Carpenter?" I'm like, what?
She has some funny clips from that that are yeah.
Okay, but so that's where she kind of got known. And she did some stuff with Disney, but now she's on her own, and it's obvious that
She's popping off.
Yeah, she's doing her own stuff. It's not very kid friendly.
No, absolutely not. No, I felt the same way about the album on first listen. Is like this is very much not a not a like PG pop album in a way. And that's okay, because I think that our generation is so much more comfortable with talking about like sexuality and things in songs, and that in order to make like a pop album that reflects our age group that's listening to popular music, you have to appeal to that kind of demographic. So we wanted to get into a little bit of analysis on some of the songs. Let's go one by one and start with Taste, which is kind of having its own moment as the third single off this album.
Yeah. It's amazing. This song, the perfect beginning.
100%.
The
grabs your
perfect
attention
first
right
song.
from the start.
Yeah, this song quickly became everyone's favorite. I would say, like the music video. Did you see it?
Iconic.
Iconic.
And we talked a little bit about like her on Disney. The music video with Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah.
To me, that was like, when we were kids, we had like Demi Lovato, Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana, like all that kind of vibes.
This is it.
This is the new era of that.
Right.
And I feel that they're totally like they're making their own careers out of themselves, and they're having their own like unique success, which to me, seeing in that music video was awesome. So yeah, I mean, like when she goes, you just have to taste me when he's kissing you. It's like, it's just, you want to sing it over and over and over again.
It's too good. And she sang at the VMAs yesterday, not to bring up the VMAs and get off topic of this, but fire. Fire.
Okay, next one.
Anyways.
Please, please, please. I mean, it's obviously a very popular song. There isn't much that we can add to it. And it, to me, like, at first listen, I wasn't in love with it. But as I've listened more and more, it's just kind of like that, like, I don't know how to describe it musically, but it goes like,
oh my God.
And it's like, oh my God, this beat is incredible.
It's fire.
Yeah, it's fire.
It is so good. Oh my gosh. I just love how she's like kind of publicly dissing her boyfriend, and he's in the video. He is voluntarily in the video. Like, are you kidding?
That's crazy.
I love it. I love it. But anyways, we have to move on.
Yeah, let's do it.
Good Graces.
What do you like this one a lot?
I do like this one a lot.
Yeah.
Like the first time I listened to it, this was, I think, my top 2. I loved this song. It's slowly dropping down my list now that I like listen to the lyrics of all the other ones. But like, it makes me want to like get up and dance.
100%.
Like, it's just like,
100%.
it's like fun, vibey, groovy.
Yeah.
I like it.
From one of your faves, transitioning to one of my personal faves, Sharpest Tool as the next song. I thought this was one of the best songs on the album in terms of like her storytelling and how she's writing. Obviously, like she has a team full of writers that are helping her, but it really does feel like super adjacent to Sabrina, and it feels very authentic to her. It almost felt like something that might have came off like the recent Clairo album that came out.
Very similar.
Like it was very, kind of light and airy, and like it was a very easy listen, but I thought it told a fantastic story, and it was like, I wrote down the muddled, wavy audio effects on the second verse give like a feeling of apprehension and nervousness, and you like, this is a song that she wanted to make, and how you found God at your ex's house, like, oh, come on, it's so good.
So good. It's the first big vibe change of the album, I feel like,
100%.
and it hits you hard, it's good. Like, that is a good first vibe change, I would say. But moving into another kind of vibe change of the album, Coincidence. Yeah. Banger. Another one. Oh my gosh, the guitar in this song, yum.
I think like I'm such a sucker for like acoustic performances, and this is very much one of those. And it very much felt like a like mid 2000s pop hit, where it's like the folk pop hit. You know, they're kind of like, let's all like act like we're having everyone in a room together, like playing a banjo. It's like the roasted s'mores in the middle of the room together. She's singing, but I thought it was fantastic.
It's amazing.
After Coincidence, bro, one of our favorite songs.
Our personal together favorite. This
Bad Chem.
Oh my goodness.
If we could scroll through our text right now,
I wish we sent in a picture.
Bad
Oh my God.
Chem is it is a drug.
The first time you listen, you're like, oh, this is a banger. The second time you listen, oh, this is a banger. Every time, this is the song that gets stuck in your head.
Yes.
Every text we've ever sent about this like album always includes that song.
Where art thou? Why not upon it?
Like, who comes up with that except for Sabrina?
It's definitely, it's so her, and it's like,
gosh.
it's an iconic throwback like pop song.
So
The
good.
glittery like kind of like hits in the production.
It's a little raunchy,
Yeah,
a little bit, but like, I mean,
What
it's
about-
tasteful.
Yeah, what about
It's
the album isn't
tasteful,
raunchy at this
right?
point, honestly.
Yeah, at this point you realize what you're getting yourself into.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, anyways, we'll move on, but we could talk about that song for a long time.
Espresso, it's pop perfection. There isn't much else we can say besides it is just, it's a song of the
good.
summer. And
It's
when
great.
we look back on this album, it will always be like, oh yeah, Espresso.
Espresso,
Like, I remember that, and it'll last. It'll have a longevity
Exactly.
aspect for that reason.
For sure, and it won Song of the Year last night at the VMAs.
Yeah.
Good for her. Claps for her.
Claps for Sabrina, everybody.
My girl. Okay, anyways.
Dumb and Poetic. What do you think about Dumb and Poetic?
It's another big vibe change, but I love it.
I thought
honestly.
so too. Yeah.
It's very, I think it's one of the most emotional songs on the album.
100%.
Very vulnerable, I feel. I like it.
I think it's very relatable for people our age because it talks a lot about like the authenticity of who we portray ourselves, and it talks to you like how this boy in the song thinks he's all that because he reads self-help books, and she talks about how the mushrooms won't change your life, like all that kind of stuff. Where it's like that's like trends we see online,
exactly,
and we're like, oh, if I do this, then I'll be like, then I'll be the right person.
It's like relatable,
but it is like at the end of the day, you have to be yourself and like love everyone is your favorite quotation. Hysterical. In a typical like Gen Z relationship song, I think she nailed it.
Oh yeah, she did good with that one. Now let's move on to Juno.
Ooh.
I wrote down, this is not for children. That was the very first thing I wrote down about this song.
Yeah.
This is not kid friendly.
No, absolutely not. I wasn't like entirely in love. Juno and Lyta Girls, I've tried, and honestly, I think it's because I'm not a girl and I don't understand it. But I totally understand if that's something that you love. Let's wrap it up with our last song, which is going to be Don't Smile. This sounds like a Men I Trust song if Sabrina Carpenter was on vocals. What do you think of the finale of the album?
It is the perfect ending. It's just like a chill send-off.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Yep.
I love this song. It's amazing. But this album as a whole, awesome.
Perfect.
Like, there's just amazing, perfect album of the year, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all from us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for hearing us yap about Sabrina.
And today I will be bringing you your event forecast. So this is going to cover some events that are coming up soon over the span of about the next month or so. So we'll have another one rolling out to keep you guys updated for further events in the future. So we're actually going to start out with, I cannot say the name of this band, but they are the first on our calendar, and they're performing tonight at the Granada at 8 p.m. Personally, this is not my style of music, but the Granada is a fabulous, fabulous venue if you have not been there yet, speaking to the freshmen. All right, so next we have a really interesting pick, actually. This is going to be a seminar on Radiohead. It is being hosted by KU Professor of Music Theory, Brad Osborne. He has a book about everything falling into place, an analyzation of Radiohead, so he likes to dive into the mechanics of that album and just kind of how he sees that from a music theory professor perspective. There's a tongue twister for you. But after that is coming up on September 26th, next Thursday. It is free and it is hosted by Sunflower Outdoor and Bike on Mass Street, and you can check out more information on that on Sunflower's website. Coming up after that, we have the Rare Occasions. Now, the Rare Occasions I actually have seen live before at the Bottleneck 2 summers ago, and I highly recommend catching this show if you like a nice little indie alt-rock kind of vibe. If that's your sound, this is a good show to just kind of show up to. It's a good vibe, good crowd. I would definitely recommend checking that one out. That is going to be on Friday, September 20th at the Bottleneck. Doors are at 8 p.m. Next up, we have a personal favorite of mine, which is Still Woozy. Now this event is going to be in Kansas City, a little further away from Lawrence, but if you're willing to travel for a concert, this is one that is definitely worth it. Still Woozy was at the same venue 2 years ago, and his show was just awesome. As a performer, he really kind of uses his stage, makes it his space. I love it. But that is going to be at the Midland Theater in KC Mo on October 7th, so you can plan for that one a little bit ahead of time. Last but not least, we just talked about Royal Otis. That was somebody's Song of the Week pick. They are going to be at the Granada. The show is at 8 p.m. on Wednesday, October 9th, and that's going to be a really great chance to catch this band while they're not super big. They're on the rise right now after everything Saltburn, after that Sophie Ellis-Bextor cover. They're definitely one to check out while they're in Lawrence, coming up soon. All right, guys, that is it for me. On to the next segment.
What's up, Jukebox? I'm Peyton.
I'm Joe.
I'm Virginia.
And today we're going to sit here and talk about some of the summer releases that came out, because I don't know about you guys, but I noticed a lot.
There were a lot. There were a lot of summer releases.
So
Oh, sorry. Well, anyway, we picked some from like different artists so that it's spread across, you know. We don't have too many from the same group, but we could probably, should we just say all we have first and then go into it?
We'll just start with the first one.
Okay, well, so yeah, our first one is Guess by Charlie XCX featuring Billie Eilish.
Which,
so, yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I have been listening to this song since the minute it came out.
It's very popular. I feel like it was popular, like, I don't know, like on TikTok or something at one point too. So I didn't realize it was out till, yeah, everyone started talking about it. But yeah, it's a very upbeat song. It's very Charlie XCX coded.
What do you think about it?
I think I'm a big party girl, and I love club bangers, and this is a club banger. We need more of this.
Yeah, I do like the fact that it's like kind of like a song that you would listen to maybe when you're at a party, or maybe when you're getting ready for the party, or maybe if you're just like having a good time with your friends. Like, it is so fast and so hype, but I think there are a lot of different times when you can listen to it.
Yeah, we definitely need more of this style of music.
Yeah. I was gonna say, the critics also, and like people seem to also really like them together also, like they seem to match each other pretty well, and like
I think they might have been friends for a
I think
long
they
time.
were, yeah. I think it was like they were trying to like collaborate on a song, so it was a good song to come out now. But yeah.
The next song is Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar, and should we give the viewers a little backstory? Like, I'm sure they know why this song came out, but
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
no, I don't know the backstory. You guys got to do it. Well, there was beef, okay?
Yeah.
So basically this summer, Drake and Kendrick started beef with each other, and I don't know the whole story necessarily, but I thought rap beef died like in the 90s. So this was like crazy to me. I didn't know that rappers still beefed like that and had like diss tracks.
Oh, I'm thinking about like Jake Paul, Logan Paul.
Are they rappers?
Okay, well, not exactly.
Yeah, this has to be like one of the biggest diss tracks of all time.
Oh yeah.
Ever.
100%.
I've never seen any diss track being played as widely as this, and yeah.
Yeah, as big as this too. It was like everywhere, and the back and forth was crazy for
And
sure.
I guess Drake and Kendrick always had beef. This is
I didn't
all
know that, yeah.
hearsay. I didn't know about it. But Drake and Kendrick always had beef, and I just don't understand like why you would start a rap beef battle with Kendrick Lamar, of all people.
Yeah.
Like, lyric god, got a Pulitzer Prize. Like, this is just not the guy that you want to just like start fighting with.
Yeah, J. Cole is a smart man for pulling out.
Oh yeah. Well, and apparently he like worked on this song for over like 2 years. Like, so
Are
he
you
put a
joking?
lot of what? No, but no, he put a lot of time and effort and like into all the parts of it because it's kind of a long song. But yeah.
Yeah. So the next song that we have is, I think it's pronounced Lithonia.
Yeah,
Lithonia by Childish Gambino. This song came out, I don't even remember when it came out.
Recently.
It was over the summer for sure, because I remember texting Jolie about it, being like, have you heard this? But I don't know, this song I have to like seriously be in like a down bad mood to listen to. What do you guys think?
I didn't think it would sound like that when I first listened to it. It's kind of like I don't know. I feel like the Childish Gambino songs aren't normally as, oh God, what did I think
It was
at the
very
time?
like heartfelt and like,
yeah.
it felt like he was going through something. I'm not sure.
Could
I'm not
feel
sure
it.
if he really was, but yeah, I have to be like in a sad mood to listen to the song, and it made me like really want like the rage Childish Gambino back. Like, I'm not saying I hate it, because I still listen to it somewhat every once in a while, but I don't know. I kind of was more into his like rage, like heartbeat type songs.
Okay.
What
I
about
don't
you,
know.
Joe?
I thought the change of pace was nice. I've been listening to a lot of music similar to it recently, and I don't think I have to be in an awful mood to watch it, which is a difference. But yeah.
But it wasn't bad. I think it was a
I think it was
amazing
good.
song. Like, I'm
No, I did
so
like it.
impressed by him.
Yeah, I do like all the songs. He
And I
always kills
also
it.
don't know how to pronounce the next song either.
Yeah, this one is another Billie Eilish song, but I think it's
Chihiro?
Chihiro.
I've been saying Cheerio, and apparently that's not right. But Chihiro, maybe?
Yeah.
Chihiro. this song for me, like, makes me transcend worlds.
Yeah. See, personally at first, I thought it kind of just sounded a lot like a lot of her other songs, but then, like, it gets to whatever, like, I don't know, the main chorus of it, and I was like, oh wait, this is fire. Yeah. Like, I liked it for sure. But
anyways, Jukebox, we have more, but not enough time. Loved hanging out with you guys. See you later.
bye.
Hi guys, my name is Hayden Grace, and today on Jukebox, welcome back by the way, it's been a good summer, hope everybody enjoyed it. Anyways, I'm going to be talking about my trip to Chicago and St. Louis to see Wallows. Which was super cool and super awesome and a super great traveling for a concert experience. So I'm going to tell you all about it. Pretty much, I went to Chicago for a couple days and then saw Wallows at, I think it's called Highland Music Park, I think. It was right on the water in Chicago, which I had never seen before. This was my second time in Chicago, so seeing them at that venue was absolutely amazing. You could see the skyline on one side, and then you could see the band, and then the water, and it was just so beautiful at sunset. Benny was their opener, and at the Chicago concert, I had tickets that were way in the back, like all the way in the seats and the bleachers, and so it was really cool to see them from there. One thing that they do is a B stage during every concert, so that means that they take their band, which is just mainly the three of them, and they set them up kind of like randomly in the back of the crowd somewhere, and it's super cool because it allows everybody to get a nice view of what's going on, and I just think that's super cool of them. They also take that opportunity to do their songs in kind of a more intimate acoustic style, which I think is really cool as well. I saw them then the next day in St. Louis. I think, couldn't tell you the name of where that place was, but it was in St. Louis. And my friend and I had bought VIP tickets for this concert. Now, before you say anything, this is my first time doing that. I've never purchased VIP tickets for a concert before, and let me tell you, in this scenario, it was well worth it. We didn't have to wait in line that long. We did get there early, even though VIP access was a little bit earlier, but it was totally worth it. Getting to see them front row was remarkable. Like, there's nothing like connecting with artists that you love so much when they're right in front of you. You're seeing them with your own very eyes performing those songs, and they just did it with such emotion, and there were such great performers, so it was really, really great to see that live and to see it from two different perspectives back to back. So if you're ever thinking about traveling to see a band you really love, I recommend traveling to Chicago. Check out the venues there. There's lots of awesome places in Chicago. I also recommend going and, you know, saving your money for an opportunity that is perfect for you so that you are getting your money's worth out of the entire experience. That's pretty much what I have to say about that. Alright guys, that is all for me. Otis wanted to say hi, but thanks for listening, and we're gonna head over to the next segment. Bye! Bye, Jukebox.
Hello everyone, my name is Jake Kotzman, and we all know that modern music is just far too dirty. It's just terrible. I mean, it's encouraging all the youth to do these terrible things. That's why luckily we have Modern Masterpiece, known as Kids Bop, to clean up our lyrics a little bit. And I thought we'd play a fun game where I'm gonna read the original lyric of some songs that just need a little cleaning up from Kids Bop point of view. And then once we've read the original lyric, we're gonna have our fine guests here tell us what they think the corrected version of the lyric is. And there's gonna be 4 multiple choice answers for each. So first up, we're gonna do Kesha. So this is from Kesha's song, TikTok. And the line goes, "Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack." Now, we can't be talking about bottles of Jack. Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. The 4 Kids Bopified versions are A, before I leave, brush my teeth 'cause my breath smells whack. Before I leave, before I leave, brush my teeth to get rid of the plaque. C, before I leave, brush my teeth and then I go pack.
Or D, before I leave, brush my teeth, grab my favorite snack.
D, 100%.
I'm gonna go A on this one.
You think it's A?
Yeah.
So you say D, before I leave, brush my teeth, grab my favorite snack. You say A, before I leave, brush my teeth, because my breath smells whack. The correct answer is actually C, so nobody gets a point. Before I leave, brush my teeth, and then I go pack. That is the correct answer.
But what's she packing for? Like, it's kind of vague.
It is a little vague. Listen, it's important not to question the geniuses of Kids Bop. Like, we're talking about, like, move aside Da Vinci. Okay, yeah. Wait, that's a painter. Never mind. That's a painter. The next song is going to be I Like It by Cardi B. And the horrible, you might want to brace yourselves, cover your ears if you have any youngings in the room. They call me Cardi Barty, bangin' body, spicy mommy, hot tamale. That is the lyric, but what do the modern geniuses change? So option A, they call us Kids Bop, bangin' party, spicy music, hot tamale. B, they call me Cardi Barty, love to party, spicy, spicy, hot tamale. C, they call me Cardi Barty, feelin' naughty, just received my second tardy. Or D, they call me Cardi Barty, stellar body, what color is your Bugatti? So those are the 4 options.
You know, I think on this one I gotta go A again.
Yeah, I'm gonna say A too, because I feel like in Kids Bop they wouldn't talk about their bodies.
Yeah.
You know.
And they are Kids Bop. They own that. You know, that's them.
You know, option A was they call us Kids Bop, bangin' party, spicy music, hot tamale, and you are both correct. Both get a point.
Awesome.
Now for our final round is gonna be God's Plan by Drake. The original line goes, don't pull up at 6 a.m. to cuddle with me. You know how I like it when you're loving on me. Now the Kids Bopified versions we have are, don't call up at 6 p.m. to talk here with me. You know how much I like dinner with my family. Option B, don't call up at 6 a.m. to talk here with me. You know how I like it when you miss in on me. Option C, don't call up at 6 a.m. to talk here with me. You know how I like iCarly on the TV. Or option D, don't call up at 6 a.m. I'm trying to sleep. Don't listen to Kendrick because bruh is stinky.
I'm gonna go A again, personally.
I like the choice of C, but I think I gotta go B.
No, I wish you guys liked iCarly as much as I do, because Piggy is peak fiction.
Okay.
So the actual, sorry, what was your answer again?
A.
A, and your option?
B.
The answer is B. Don't call up at 6 a.m. to talk here with me. You know how I like it when you miss in on me. And that has been Kids Bopified lyrics. I hope you have all been cleansed from the curse that is modern music, and I hope you all pursue a path of becoming better people now that you know the true genius of Kids Bop. Thank you.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jukebox Newsflash, where we will be recounting the top music news stories from the past week. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Katie. With late night approaching, many have wondered who will be performing this year. On Wednesday, KU Athletics announced that rapper Lil Jon will be headlining the 40th Late Night in the Fog. This is a recent change, as it was previously announced that Nelly would be headlining the event.
The White Stripes have taken legal action against former President Donald Trump for using their song Seven Nation Army in a campaign video. The rock group is not the first to take legal action against the Trump campaign. They are among a list of artists who have taken action due to the unauthorized use of music. Lead singer Jack White alluded to the lawsuit on August 29th in an Instagram post in response to the now deleted video. In the post, White wrote, "Don't even think about using my music, you fascists. Lawsuits coming from my lawyers about this."
White made an additional post on Monday with a photo of the front cover of the suit and a caption of, "This machine sues fascists," a reference to Woody Guthrie, whose guitar notably read, "This machine kills fascists." The Stripes are seeking unspecified monetary damages for flagrant misappropriation of the musical composition. An emergency preliminary injunction alleges that the Trump campaign does not have the approval to play the song at events.
It is being reported that Jon Bon Jovi saved a woman's life on Tuesday. The singer managed to convince the woman to get off the ledge of the John Sage Thaler pedestrian bridge in Nashville. These events happened around 6 p.m. on Tuesday while Bon Jovi was filming a music video for his song People's House. This is not a new feature for Bon Jovi. The singer routinely works with people in crisis through his JBJ Soul Foundation. His involvement resulted in extensive training on how to speak with individuals in crisis.
Sir Brian May, lead guitarist for the band Queen, shared an exciting update on social media this past weekend. The post consisted of a video where May unboxes a Queen album. In the caption, May describes the moment as the final fulfillment of a dream. The album is a remastered remix of the band's first album, Queen, that was released in 1973. May assures that they are proud of their first album, but laments that it never had the sound they wanted. With modern technology, they were able to take their original recordings and remaster them with the sound they were looking for. The album not only includes the updated original tracks, but a previously unreleased track that was reinstated to the track list. Drummer Roger Taylor followed May's lead and shared a post as well, expressing his pride in the project.
On Tuesday night, Taylor Swift shared her support of the Harris Walls campaign after the presidential debate. This post was a 300-word missive showing her support and urging others to do their research and vote. In the post, Swift also called the Trump campaign out for using AI-generated images of her for their gain. Swift concluded that the post by poking fun at J.D. Vance through using the sign-off of childless cat lady. In a bizarre turn of events, Elon Musk responded to Swift's post on X saying, "Fine, Taylor, you win. I will give you a child and guard your cats with my life." The billionaire went on and replied to a tweet claiming that this has really become an Elon versus Taylor Swift election now.
On to the rundown of music releases this weekend. Chastity's self-titled album, Chastity Loveless 2. Miranda Lambert's Postcards from Texas. Snow Patrol's The Forest is the Path. Porch's Shirt, and Suki Waterhouse's Memoir of a Sparkle Muffin.
And that's all for Jayhawk Jukebox this week. We will see you again next week. Thank you for tuning in, and make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify at Jayhawk Jukebox, and catch these clips on our YouTube channel, also called Jayhawk Jukebox.